This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is definitely a replica of an Audi RS3. I introduce you to the all-new 2024 Volkswagen Golf 8R line. What a machine. Kicking off the review with the front end of the Golf 8R, you are greeted by this beautiful strip light that goes all across the front end of this mini compact hot hatch beast. And unfortunately, you don't get the fog lamps on the 8R. It's only on the Golf GTI, which I found it cooler on the GTI. Moving on to the rear end of the Golf 8, you obviously get your 4 pipes that are Akrapovic, and they come as standard. You don't need to fit them. They come as standard. And wait for it, your boot space. I'm not quite sure about the liters of this boot space, but what I know is that it comes with a full-size spare wheel and a 12-volt socket. Multiple suitcases would fit in that boot without any problems. A downside of the VW Golf 8R, a 1.1 million rand car is manually operated. The tailgate is manual operated. Come on, VW, you can do better. But you know what's cool about this car? The outside. I mean, it has that thing in it. It stands out wherever you go, like it's an attention grabber, an attention seeker. So I feel like you wouldn't go wrong if you actually bought the Golf 8R or the Golf 8 GTI and the Polo GTI. Now stepping in the cabin of the Golf 8R line, you are greeted by this beautiful bucket seat-ish like, and your driver's seat is electrically operated and your passenger seat is manually operated. How? A 1.1 million rand car. But then as you collab, you get your full-size sunroof. It's not a panoramic, but then it still does the job. And your multifunctional steering wheel written R-line, and it has adaptive cruise control and lane departure warning. You get your full-size screen and some touch-sensitive buttons right there. The screen has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There is your 2 USB-C types and a charging pad, together with the weird gear stick. I don't know how you even change gears in that, but then it is what it is. Overall dashboard layout of the Golf 8R. It's pretty interesting, eye-catching at the same time, but then the only flop that I would have is that the screen is too small. But then I saw in the new Golf 8, the screen is much bigger. And I really don't know when we're going to get it in South Africa, but then I really hope they do bring it this side. Either way, this car is not for sale. The particular car that you're seeing on the screen is not for sale, but then I'll make sure that I provide information in terms of cost of ownership and the power to this Golf 8R. Back to the infotainment screen of the Golf 8. It's pretty responsive, but then not as responsive as the Polo GTI's infotainment system. I will put a link in the description and a picture right now on the screen so that you can check the functionality of the screen of the Polo GTI. I'm pretty sure you are wondering how one would sit at the back seat of the Golf. So that's just me. I don't even know how long I am, but then the knee room is just about fine. Even the headroom, you get your air vents and you can control them. That's cool. And at least VW had our cries. They gave us an armrest with 2 cup holders. And what's interesting about this is that you can open it and load things through that particular space. So that's pretty much it for the back seat. Oh, and they are coated with some blue material thingies to show that you're inside an R. That amazing sound comes from a 2.0-liter turbo petrol engine that produces 400 Nm of torque and 235 kilowatts. It does a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour within 4.8 seconds. So it's pretty quick. Yes, the VW Golf 8R might be quick, but then it chows. The claimed fuel consumption figures says 7.8 liters per 100 kilometers. But then the real life time figures, if you really get this car and floor it and do whatever, I'm sure you might even get way more liters. Now to the sour part of the review, or for some people is the interesting part of the review. How much does it take for you to own a Golf 8R. So if you were to buy this car cash, you'd pay 1,050,000 cash price. And if you were to finance it over 72 months at an interest rate of 13.75%, you would pay 21,058 South African rands, without insurance, without the petrol cost. With those included, your total cost of ownership would amount to 24,213 over 72 months, which is 6 years. Considering that there are cars way better than this at a lower price, please comment down below if you would actually get this or way better cars than this. This is the end of the video. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified next time we drop another video. Catch you in the next one.